And the Atlas can lock down the carries as well, because it's not about Fredrin right now, it's about getting to the carry too.
That lineup right
And the Eve. Yeah.
Dead Eve.
Whoa!
Like, how often do you see that? Dead Eve in the lineup rating.
It's been a while.
0 counter index.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gonna be very interesting to see. Hey, if you're a new viewer of MLBB Esports and you haven't seen PH gameplay, well, welcome. This is the rematch of our grand finals back home. It's Aurora versus Team Liquid. Will Liquid stampede yet again, or will Aurora blind them?
We'll see if they can rely on that once again. As we take a look at these early rotations, it always starts there. You know, we always have to see how the jungles and even the roams are going to go ahead and play into the early potential. And, you know, not going to be too many things happening, of course, in the side lanes just yet with the nature of these heroes that were built in. But it'll be interesting also to see how Light plays this Cho. Again, he's one of the, I guess, specialists, I would say, for the Cho on that hero. And even early on, when he doesn't have that level 4 ability, that way the Dragon, he's actually able to be aggressive enough. And JP also one of them that does that exactly the same. And that's why we always highlight, you know, these teams from the Philippines, especially these two, that, again, for those that didn't catch the regular season of the Professional League of the Philippines, Aurora Gaming was just unstoppable in that league and in their run in the regular season. And then, yes, unfortunately, in the grand finals, they got swept against a team at Liquid. So we'll see how those adjustments have been since that time.
Okay. Those are the emblems. Standard, Festival of Blood, Uranus, the carry, OHEB and Dominkai. Usually you see this a lot with Claudes and carries want to aggressively fight each other out, while usually it's the Claude being tested early on because of the damage. Bro, he flickered!
Flicker in, other turret can't get the last hit! Plot armor! OHEB gets away with literally 1 HP.
Oh man, that's gotta feel bad. You know, you're so close, but again, the carry, you just don't have that range, and both battle spells used up in that too.
Oh man! Well, without the flicker now for Dominkai, he probably is not going to find a lot of those aggressive options in lane. Now first turtle is up. JP has the vision. Edward zoning them out.
Uh-oh, Purify out already. Malachakra catches 2 light. Is able to go for Jikundo now. That's the diversion. Oh! Gets taken out by Yue. Sanji gets in. The Thunder Ruin is able to lock Edward down now as Sanji gets in the yin-yang reactions. And Sanford walking back up over to Demon Kai 1-1. And it's the mid laners who have the kill, but Aurora got the neutral objective.
A 1-1, a turtle in the hands of Aurora. A great little bit of a skirmish there for that broke out. You know, good thing Yue was able to set up that RWM to get the first blood and take out Carl TZ, but
had a win alongside adding another year to his life. Team Liquid, for Yue, I just want to say, great call to commit the real world manipulation to make sure Carl TZ goes down. Sanji wanted to bring Carl TZ in through the ultimate, but Yue, even though he could have saved that for the bigger fight, he said, nope, the prize is right there, there's a counter, I'll take him out.
You get a real world manipulation. Ooh. Oh, they get the version too. Okay, so just nothing like, yeah, nothing too crazy. I think this is what we kind of expect with Sanji to use. Sometimes he's just going to go ahead and use it to go ahead and get a little bit of a faster rotation for Carl TZ. And again, nothing too, you're not going to, with these kind of lineups, they're all fighting around the objective. This is not one of those things until that level 4 does come available, which they have now. If Light can get a kick, great. If he can't, then nothing too exciting until that objective fight comes out.
Again, if you're a newer fan, Filipino MLBB, yes, significantly slower, but we would like to use the word methodical, as both teams are just trying to build advantages through the menu lanes off the route, trying to find an opening. Turtle's going to be up in 8, Oracle already locked in for that Alice, but there is a glowing wand for USE.
Okay, so I know we talked about this earlier too, the glowing wand not being like too much of a priority, but obviously with this composition, you need it, you know? You kind of, they've been notorious for just duking it out like this.
Yeah.
Lazy Duet going to be used up, but I don't think they put more pressure here.
Yeah. All just the farm, by the way, right? Lazy Duet, great rotation from RORA, and for Team Liquid, again, I really like the creative usage of the diversion so far to get Carl TZ into spots that he would usually not be able to find himself.
Yeah. It's really a much lower game for the Team Liquid this time around. I believe there's a significant gold lead for Dominkai over OHEB. OHEB looks like he's at around 3,000.
5,000 gold, or 500 gold.
500 gold,
yeah.
Okay, yeah, 500 gold. It looked like 1,000 earlier. If you look at the rankings, there you are. Yeah, OHEB slowly climbing up, but of course with how Dominkai has been able to manage him in the gold lane, this is as expected. While Aurora are playing to their strengths, Team Liquid are playing to theirs as well.
Yeah, very interesting just how, if you think about what Team Liquid is doing, they're playing in a way that's sort of defensive, like they're just playing the macro. They do get a flicker out here from playing from Team Liquid.
So that win rate prediction, 52 to 48. It is even. Basically 50-50.
This is what I'm saying.
Yep. European Lord, one big turnaround and burn!
RORA Ruin and Flicker as well. Carl TZ popped him on a shocker. He was going to be caught. Doesn't have the Flicker. Will he be able to pop in the RBM in time? But Sanford was on him. The DOT was taking him down now. A pick up Razor's round on the JP. Sanford still in his calls. Goldman Cat is able to shred through the horse. Now it's Edward doing the same thing over to the back line. Sanford being kicked by Light. Blazing duet from Oheb over the Light. Goldman with a double. Oheb slot the Blazing duet. The BMI away. Edward low. Shot down by the goal. The diversion now from Oheb to look for a flank. And it's just to go and take the turtle.
I thought they were going to hunt them down.
Yeah, and Team Liquid knew that they had the turtle locked in already. Great patience by Oheb to save this Blazing duet. Almost got caught off by a chain of crowd control, but survived in the end. And after that long engage, it's Team Liquid who walks away with the turtle and even a grab coin there for Carl TZ.
It's interesting though because no matter what, we're still in the same place. And
Yeah.
like, there's no difference here in terms of gold, at least.
We needed to do that. They needed some more map presence, get some more towers down, and they will even it out. That gives them a little bit more opening with their divergent plays. Going through Sanji Slow Yi.
Oh man, getting caught. Has to respect the damage. Like, Team Liquid still have immense damage.
I would say like on both.
Yeah.
Like it's
Look at Bert Carl TZ! Dives you in his own lane under turrets!
before that happened. What I was gonna say is they both have damage. That's just kind of a surprise. Oh, look at this mid lane.
Glorious Pathway zoning them away from the tier 1 in mid, and it is free for TL as a diversion back to get tempo on the map, and it should be another free turret for Team Liquid.
Just going things through both things. They easily opened up the map through Carl TZ diving under the tower for just to take Yue out. And now Liquid's map presence is gonna feel so much more smothering now for RORA Gaming to deal with. However, because they have held the lead for majority of this game, they are still going to be very difficult to go up against.
Unfortunately, he just doesn't have the immortality right now, so they've got to be very cautious on how they approach it.
Yeah, but based on the damage that Aurora's pumping out, I think it would be okay to kick JP. Force his Revitalize out, you'll be able to bring him down really low.
But then Throne of Ruin.
The Throne of Ruin is what's going to mess them up. If they do that, they have to be ready and acknowledge that that means that Alice will be punishing them for committing that.
Oh, they see that Oheb is up there, but yeah, the BMI is so quick with that diversion.
Slow push up top.
Half health here on the Lord. We're gonna hold it again, a stalemate right now. Not sure if they're gonna push this one. Corner of the health right now, Glorious Pathway.
Yeah, they want to regain control. Light goes in, it's over to Sanford, now Throne of Ruin already! Sanford in the back line, able to lock him down. Carl jumping in over to the main kite, the Blazing Duet doing a lot of damage, into the fadeaway damage over on Carl. He's still on it, Team secures the Lord, but it's TL who runs them down. Oheb coming down, diversion as well, Yue taken out by Oheb, and now it's Sanji flickering in to pull Dolmen Kite back.
The birthday buff was not enough. Yes, the Lord was secured, but man, the team
To the bottom lane, they want to get everything. Lord will not march into their turrets.
Team Liquid will now take considerable control in this game, but the line of fight
Goes in, Abraham with the Dragon Throne, a ruin from Sanford again, and the goat gets away. Demon Kite trying to down the RWM, zones them away, but TL want to keep on going. Sanford with Lincoln forward, Wind of Nature built up by Dome. He gets pulled back by the reaction, but he's able to dash away.
Okay, so there's still some fight in Aurora Gaming Philippines. You can see that, but this is the struggle right now, and I mentioned it earlier on. It's Light. He goes in for these kicks. He goes in to try to set things up. Unfortunately, as you can see, he doesn't have an immortality just yet. He's got the Athena Shield to Dom Ice. So when he puts himself in that position, he's most likely going to die. So it has to be worth the kick, worth the setup. And unfortunately, Dolmen Kite just hasn't been able to get to where he wants.
But then who initiates? Uranus that just stands and eats damage?
Yeah, oh no. Okay, Edward. It is Edward. He's gonna kick enough.
Yeah, but he gets vision, he applies some damage, but he doesn't have control. He just looks at them, gathers the info, but not much reward.
Look at Oheb again, the VMI up top in the slow push built up as RORA trying to force their way into the Lord. Carl TZ addition damage over to Edward, dashes away from the Void Blast. That's a stun over to Demon Kite now, the defense back comes down, and Edward trying to zone him in the back line, but Carl TZ still holding strong with the help of Traceless. Sanford and JP, they're flicker around the way, they're trying by Sanford. Demon Kite leaving the opening, will not be able to find this. Carl TZ gets the Lord, and now it's Sanford in the midst of it all. Double kill already for Carl. It's perfect from Team Liquid.
Again, it's so difficult for RORA Gaming to get into those angles of these objectives and these lords.
Coming down behind. Light didn't expect that. Has to flicker back in. Sanford just always threatening with the blinks.
There's a reason why this is one of the signature picks of the chef. Sanji on this low E with that in his hands. It feels like your map is so small with how much control they can play for it. But outside of the macro, the micro decision making, every team fight has been immaculate by Liquid.
Well, here it comes. Lord up top. Team Liquid has their eyes set on the base. RORA Gaming, we're going to go put some pressure here.
Yes.
Walk in with the Lord. How is RORA Gaming going to respond? This base turret will fall down. Ohead pushing in that mid turret as the wave comes crashing in, but RORA Gaming will deal with the Lord, so they'll clear out that. But 2 base turrets are now gone. TL with 7,500 gold ahead.
Oh my lord, look at the win from Oheb! And the kill over the way to Dragon by Light, but now it's him disintegrated. They fall to the RWM, but it does not matter. Kaltizi on the double lever board, goes for the Graceless. Oheb getting the kill. Edward popping the consecration as Carl buys the immortality. Team Liquid Philippines takes Aurora down.
And they do it just like they did in the grand finals a couple months ago. Unfortunately for Aurora, the birthday buff was not enough here. A close game until it wasn't. And TL played to the macro, just on point, like we mentioned in the draft with that low E pick.
Swiss woes continue for Aurora in the M Series stage. Redemption will have to wait, as today Team Liquid are still better than Aurora. There's a lot of options. Maybe it's the chef himself. A lot of this cooking was centered through him, and of course, 2-0 and 9. All throughout the game, we were just praising Sanji's performance on this low E, what he was able to do here with the rest.
There's just so many good interactions between this lineup. And I think, again, that's what you see usually. I would say almost 9 times out of 10 from TL with the lineups that they bring to the table. They're just so executed well across the table, and that's why they are the team.